Welcome to the Albany High School Introduction on How to Use Databases, specifically for your health classes for the Advocacy Project. The first thing you need to do is get to the library website. Usually it'll be linked in your Google Classroom account, but if not, you can type in albanyfalconlibrary.weebly.com and you'll see this page. We are going to use online databases that are a location for which magazines, newspapers, books, websites, and more information can be collected and searched in one specific place. Most of the time, collecting all of these resources in one place means that they're password protected, and these are only available to you at Albany High School. So, the two databases that we are going to use for our project are the Opposing Viewpoints in Context and the ABCClio database. We're going to walk into both of them so that you can see both of them and figure out which one you like best. Because this advocacy project involves you choosing a topic that you are obviously advocating for or against something, you need to have a viewpoint on it. So you're first going to understand a little bit about what the viewpoints are and then dive into what justifies your viewpoint. So the first one I'm going to click on is the Gale database. And once you have clicked on this database, you want to make sure that you are logged in. So the things that you should see are your name. If you do not already see your name, click on the Google login so that it makes it easier for saving articles to your Google Drive afterward. If it is prompting you for a password, the password can be found in your Google Drive for this classroom project as well as in the library. Because this is a live YouTube video, I am not going to share the password here. Once you are in the Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints database, you can do one of two things. If you already know a topic that you're going to explore, you can search it here in this box. But I'm going to use the Browse Issues feature, where you can see all of the features that are available and scroll through. Is there something that interests you that you might want to advocate for or against? So we can click on a topic like pollution and see what are the conversations, what are the viewpoints around it. So you'll always see an overview at the top, and then if you scroll down, you will see all of the different resources that are available, including 4 featured viewpoint articles, newspapers, journals, videos, reference, statistic, audio websites, primary sources, and magazines. You can use any of these resources. I'm going to start with the featured viewpoints, and you can see what these 4 articles are about. This is about fracking companies profiting from pollution. So if fracking is something that you're interested in, I'm going to click on this article and explore more. If this is an article that you want to use to fill out your graphic organizer for the advocacy project, the next suggestion that I have is to click on this Google Drive button. You will see that the documents will then appear in your Google Drive shortly, so that when I go to my Google Drive in a separate window, you will see the specific article in the drive. It will not go away until you actually delete it. You can do things like translate the article, increase the font size if you need to, and also listen to the article. And here at the top, you see where the information about where the article came from. This article was published in 2018 and focuses on a viewpoint essay related to fracking. So again, you have this article that you can choose. You can hit the back button, and if you want to dive into statistics, you can click on statistics and see what are the numbers that I can use in order to advocate for my project. Perceived effectiveness of various energy sources on minimizing air pollution. I can click on this one and see the infogram that it's going to provide me. I might be able to use this in my advocacy project once it loads. So here you have solar power, wind power, natural gas, nuclear, oil, coal, and what they are in terms of their effectiveness for reducing air pollution. So again, I can click on the Google Drive and save that article to my drive for later use. The features that you want to use in either the opposing viewpoints or the issues tend to be the viewpoint articles that justify, but you also need to know what you're advocating, what people are going to advocate against. So that's why the viewpoint articles are really important. You'll notice that while there are 4 featured, there are 446 actual viewpoint articles. You have video content, journal content. All of this is your choice on what to use. The second database was the ABCClio database. You'll notice that this one prompts me for the username and password, which I'm going to type in, and again is available in the Google Classroom as well as on a bookmark page in the library. Once it says Welcome to Albany High School, I'm going to click onto the Issues database because obviously we're advocating for or against something that is generally a controversial issue in society. So again, you can explore by specific themes. I'm going to choose education and see what they have to offer. So you can advocate that every student in the United States should have a bilingual education. You can research a little bit more about educational reform, religion in schools, student rights. So let's click on the student rights, and you see, somewhat similar to the Gale database window here, you'll see along the left-hand side all of the different options for information. Current View and Outlook is one specific article about student rights. You've got background information about that topic, including the citation there. Just like the other database, if you want to save this article, click the Save button, and you have the option to save it to your Google Drive. So yes, you want ABCClio to save this PDF. It will load in just a second. And now it's saved in your Google Drive. You also have the same other features that you had before, including the Translate button and the Listen button. Because you're going to be focusing on issues in the United States, you don't need to worry about the global view. And if you want more information related to student rights other than the overview, background, and current view, click on the topic library and you will see that there are several articles. These are the first 50. I just changed it to 100 articles. So this one is a government court document that you can choose that relates to student rights. And again, if this is an article that you want to use to be able to reference religion in schools, then you can click the Save button and save this article for later. So remember, once you get to the Albany High School Library website, you're going to use the Opposing Viewpoints database as well as the ABCClio Issues database. Scroll through the different themes and topics until you find a topic that you can advocate for or against or stand on the issue. Then you are going to find articles that both are what you agree with and think about and putting that into the graphic organizer, but you also need to understand what people would argue against. So save several articles from both of them and then go back and read them more specifically once you're ready. If you need more information or have any other questions, you can always see Mrs. Abdul and Mrs. Mikett in the library.